This episode is dedicated to two of my cousins, Jake and Tayler Johnson. The first stand of the morning is what you're going to see right now. But after we got back to the pickup, I had received a call while I was on the stand from my father. And whenever we got to the pickup and we got in the pickup, I noticed I had a missed call. And the sun was just starting to peek over the horizon. So I knew that it could be something bad, or it could be just my dad was calling to check on us, because a lot of times when I travel, he likes to check on us. But then right when I was thinking that, he called my brother's phone. So then I'm like, oh boy, I hope it's not something serious. Well, as soon as my brother answered, and within 30 seconds, I knew it was bad. So this episode goes out to Jake and Tayler. I lost my cousins this day. Well, I've been up since 1:30 in the morning. I left my place at about 2:15 a.m., drove to my brother's, picked him up, and we've been on the road. We actually drove down into Kansas and we went to the same spot we went last year, pulled into the rancher's place or the farmer's place. It's almost a little bit spooky pulling into somebody's yard at 6:45 a.m. I drove around for a little bit. I didn't want to pull in that early, so we went in, and they had a vehicle started outside, so went in, and the guy remembered me from last year. I only made a few stands on his property last year, and in like 3 stands we killed 4 coyotes, so we did very well, and he was very appreciative and wanted us to call some more. So he told us about some more land that he owned, and what we're going to do, we're going to walk right up over this fence line, follow this fence, and we're going to walk up over into this pasture. We're right along a main highway, but it's wide open pasture over there, and I'm just hoping we can get one to call in and come in to us. It's wide open. That's the only thing that's there's just a lot of traffic, and there's nothing really to hide behind. These pastures don't have much out there in there. But we're going to go give it a shot, see if we can't call a coyote. First stand of the morning.
was only about 50, 60 yards. Shot her right in the chest. I free-handed her because I didn't want to put my bipod up, and so all I did was I shot like this, and you know, my barrel just practically goes right through the end of the bipod legs, but I didn't care. I just pulled up and freehand and made the shot. But 22-250, just a phenomenal caliber for killing coyotes. It just went in right in the chest, and you can't even, there's no damage whatsoever. Really quick stand. We snuck in here, but we're by all the traffic, so the coyotes just get used to all the heavy traffic on these highways, and a lot of times they don't pay attention. And if I'm pulling off the road somewhere, I like to try to do it when another vehicle's going by or something. That way they can never tell. And we sat in the vehicle for a little while. Sun's not even up. Snuck down this fence line. I was actually going to go a little bit further, and I thought, no, we better set right here, try to pull them in. Asked Jeff, he said the same thing. Made one series, and he started lip squeaking. I was like, what in the world? Hadn't been 2 minutes. So it pays to be quiet, pays to sneak in, and everything came together. So we got a nice coyote right here. The landowner's going to be happy. Said he hasn't been seeing many coyotes, hearing a few. First stand, first coyote. Doesn't get any better than that. We're going to go get to calling.
Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year's with your family and your friends. My New Year's hasn't started off so well. I'm waiting here at Clay Center, Nebraska, waiting for my younger brother to pick me up, Leroy, his wife, and my older brother, Jeff. Jeff, Leroy, and I are actually pallbearers today. It's going to be a tough day. My first cousin, Rick Johnson, and his wife, Susie Sleep Johnson, they had 2 children, Jake, he was 17, and their daughter, Tayler, who was 15. They were killed in an automobile accident. December 29th, Jeff and I had left. At 2 that morning, I went down to Jeff's to pick him up in Glen Alder, Kansas. They'd been killed that night at 12:30 in the morning in a vehicle rollover. They were ejected. They were going home from a family get-together, playing cards, just having a good time with family. And 2 miles from Clay Center, they went over an intersection, lost control, and the vehicle rolled, and there was Jake and Taylor, and then 2 of their cousins, and 3 of them weren't wearing seatbelts. They were all ejected. The youngest one was wearing a seatbelt. He was not hurt. He ran 1.5 miles to get help. But Rick and Sue told me that I'd given Jake predator calling decals years ago, trying to coach him on calling coyotes. But they told me that Christmas morning. He killed his first coyote. He was so happy, he just couldn't believe it. They both loved hunting and outdoors, and their dad, Rick, took them deer hunting and spent a lot of time with them. They were just good kids. Tough day. Just to see people lose loved ones is hard for me. I'm a caring person. I hate seeing people lose a loved one. It's hard. And it's even harder when it's family. And Rick and Susie lost their only 2 kids that they had together. So this is tough. Whatever you do with this new year, try. If you have a loved one, tell them you love them. Tell them what they mean to you. You never know when they're going to leave unexpectedly. Never. Please tell your children and your family members to wear their seatbelts. I wear mine all the time now. They are kind of a pain at times, but they can save your life. Like I said, please say a prayer for Rick and Susie Johnson of Clay Center, Nebraska. This is going to be the toughest day of their life, and they need all the support they can get. Have a very happy new year, and I'm sorry I was emotional today. Have a great day.